What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Dose of Reddit. This is your host, Zach, and today's subreddit is r/TalesFromRetail. Alright, this story's called Old Air Force Vets Can Be Cool. Some background before we begin. I am a huge car enthusiast who's very proud of my family heritage, mainly French and Italian, and have been to Europe a few times to be familiar with the cars there. That said, let's begin. It's about 2015-ish, and I'm at work at my local outlet mall working at a higher-end audio brand. It's a mall that sees a ton of both local and international traffic, as there is an international airport about 10 miles away with buses that run direct to it from the airport. Kinda legit when you think about it. We just started selling a brand new Bluetooth speaker that had plenty of hype behind it, and it was becoming quite popular as we were entering the summer months because of its loudness and outdoor usability. Enter Air Force Vet. Hi, welcome to the X store. How can I help you?
Well, I have an odd request.
What do you need? Heard this line before, so I thought.
Well, I need to take a product outside. You have a floor model I can take?
Mildly startled. What do you mean outside? Our products can't leave the sales floor. This gets the attention of my store manager, who now has his head turned to listen in on the conversation.
Well, I need to see if something fits in a tight space.
Mind you, this gentleman is older, maybe mid-50s into early 60s. From his demeanor, I could tell that even he knew it was highly irregular to ask to take a product out of the store without purchasing. But I could also tell he was an honest sort of guy. The store manager walking over.
What are you trying to do, sir? I heard about this new speaker of yours and wanted to see if it would fit in a space in my car. It doesn't have a stereo, and this speaker looks like it could fit perfectly in this space.
Now, my manager knows my affinity for cars, so when I looked at him knowingly and longingly, he gave the approval to go outside with the product and was basically told to guard the unit with my life. As we walked out to the guy's car, we started talking back and forth. Turns out he's an Air Force veteran from serving nearly 20 years at air bases in Germany and Italy. He served during the 70s and 90s and lived there for a small while with his wife in Italy. They returned only recently and decided to bring his beloved car back from Italy with him. The car? A beautiful, all-original 1970s Fiat 500 in a glorious two-tone red on black. It had been refitted with a power outlet to run a small fan. Car was never built with AC or anything powered, with the original leather top as the only source of fresh air. And it was tiny. After discussing the car, we promptly looked in the center. Lo and behold, the space was a near exact fit, with a power outlet to charge the speaker with right there. Car never had a radio in it to begin with, so this would be a huge upgrade over the deafening sound of tiny Italian engine noises. We give it a test right there in the lot in the car. Air Force veteran was relatively satisfied, but after all the excitement over seeing and being in his car, I wanted to seal the sale. I convinced him to start the car. At this point, we were pretty chummy, so we could test the speaker with the native car sounds and see if the speaker could outdo the noise. Then he gets really committed.
Buckle in, let's go for a ride.
Without question, I buckled in. Next thing I know, we are now scooting around the massive parking lot of my outlet mall, doing nearly 40 to 50 miles per hour, the top speed of the Fiat, blasting the Eagles at full volume without any issues hearing the music. I'm having a blast, loving every second of not only chilling with this incredibly nice gentleman, but also getting paid to be in this car with Air Force veteran. About 10 minutes of race car noises and receipts later, he bought not only the speaker, but every optional item we had for it, minus a car charger since he had the power outlet already in his car. Easily the coolest day at work ever, and one of the best customers I ever had. Yo, that is badass. That sounds like a really cool story to be able to share, and you shared it, so boom, cool guy points. And also, is it the Beats pill speaker thing? Because I remember that sounds about the time that they were really popular and stuff. People in my high school, they used to like strap them to their backpack backpacks and like walk around blasting their music that was never ever ever anything good. I mean, in my opinion, they liked it obviously. I couldn't tell you why. But this makes me think of back when I was in Colorado, another motel my family had. There was this old guy. I don't remember who it was, but he had this really cool old looking kit car. And I don't remember what it was. It was like this small convertible. It was like super old. Oh man, I wish I knew more about cars, but he took me for a ride in it and it was so cool. He had the top down and it was also really cool because he was playing some really cool music too. So, lesson is, old guys with cool cars, go take young boys for rides. Alright, Ski, this story is called Old Man Teaches Me a Lesson in Common Sense. I work at a dollar store that also happens to be the only grocery store in my small rural town. Most of our customers are regulars who live nearby, and I have a friendly relationship with many of them. About a month ago, our managers called a staff meeting and explained that we had to start getting stricter about carding people for tobacco. We have to ask to see physical ID every time we sell tobacco products, even if the person is a regular who comes in every day and is clearly elderly. We also have to see the IDs of every person in the shopping party who looks to be older than 15, meaning parents can't buy cigarettes with their older teenage kids in tow. I think the rule is stupid, but I follow it because my managers emphasized how important it was, and how we could lose our jobs if we didn't. I usually tell parents with teenage kids that they can finish their transaction, go put their groceries and kids in the car, and come back inside to buy cigarettes. Most people are annoyed about this, but accept it. The other day, I got two older men I'd never seen before come in to buy snacks. One of them wanted cigarettes. As per policy, I asked to see both their IDs. They argued with me for a bit about it because the guy who wasn't buying them didn't have his, and they were both clearly over 60. Old man 1 is the old man who wants cigarettes and has his ID. Old man 2 is the man who doesn't have an ID. Me is me.
I don't understand why you're being like this. I can't accept that you're too dumb to tell that I'm over 21.
I know, right? I can't believe they're making me enforce such a pointless rule. Trust me, I'd love to sell you your cigarettes, but I don't want to risk my job, and they've been tough on us lately.
Well, I ain't leaving without my cigarettes.
It's not in my power to make that call. Let me get you my manager to speak to.
Yeah, get your manager. Maybe he'll have some common sense.
So I get my store manager and I explain the situation. He tries to explain the policy to the guys, but they keep escalating it and they're starting to yell. So he backtracks and tells me to just give them the cigarettes. At this point, I was kind of relieved because I thought it would shut them up. I was wrong. Scanning the cigarettes. I'm sorry about all that, sir.
No, you're not. Don't act like you're sorry. You're just mad the manager wouldn't let you get away with it.
At this point, I'm just in customer service robot mode. I'm glad you got your cigarettes. I hope you found everything else you need today.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 23.
I'm old enough to be your grandfather, and you could see that for yourself if you just open your damn eyes and have some common sense. Do you even know what that means? I come from a generation where a thing called common sense ran the world, but I don't think young people even know what that means anymore. Be careful, you're gonna offend him. Young people get so offended when you talk about common sense.
They both had a good laugh about that, and I forced a smile and very politely bagged their items and wished them a nice day. I then locked myself in the bathroom to practice breathing exercises until I no longer had the urge to jump over the counter and fight an old man. The sad thing is, I would have just suggested that the guy with the ID get back in line without his friend to buy them if he hadn't been so damn rude to me. Edited to fix the format. Apparently common sense ironically doesn't give you the common sense to not shoot the damn messenger. Unless you're a messenger of King Xerxes and you're coming into Sparta to talk about whatever the hell he was trying to get done. Probably a bunch of bullcrap. I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, don't shoot messengers unless, you get what I'm saying. And even then, you don't even shoot that guy because, well, guns don't exist yet. But also, there's a perfectly beautiful and very, very deep well right in front of you for you to Spartan kick that motherfather into the underworld or oblivion or whatever the hell to meet Hades, or whoever the hell. Get it? Whatever the hell. Oh, damn it. I was trying to work this in somewhere, but I don't know where. And also, you don't need a gun because you're King Leonidas. There, that's all. I watched 300 again recently, and I played through Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Ah, good stuff. All right, this story's called That Difficult Customer. I am new to the retail world of the department stores, and I was at a register currently ringing another customer for their items. During that transaction, two ladies with a stroller were browsing some items on display and tried to ask for the price of the items, while I was ringing my current customer for their items. I asked them if they could wait until I finished with the transaction before I could give them an answer. They showed facial expressions that were certainly displeased, and even someone like me who has high-functioning autism, I have a hard time recognizing facial, vocal tone, or body language expressions of people's feelings or mood, could recognize instantly that they were going to be troublesome. After I was finished with my customer, the two ladies came up to me to ask me to help them with a return. Unfortunately, the item in question had multiple return labels, which made the transaction to return their item difficult and caused errors in the system. Looking at their item, I noticed it for another brand that has their own section in the store and asked them to visit their counter to get their item properly taken care of, as I wasn't able to continue the transaction. The customer got much angrier as they did not want to wait in another line to get a return, but I told them I am unable to do the return as it was a brand item for a specific section. Both ladies got very angry, yelling profanities, and one of the ladies said she once worked for the company and knows how we do things, and that I was incompetent and lazy and I should do my job. I almost lost my temper, but I firmly told her I couldn't help her, as it was not part of my area in the department. Also, I was a new hire for a month, so I am limited in knowledge and training being thrown into the holiday seasonal fire. She demanded my manager, which I tried, but being in an area of the store where cell reception doesn't work, I couldn't make a call to my manager. I was also too far from other employees to get help. During this time, she and her companion were yelling additional profanities and name-calling while waiting. At that point, I was starting to get more worked up and just trying to get them to go away. I attempted to walk away. I have the right to refuse service if I felt in danger, as they kept bombarding me with insults. But they positioned themselves in a way where every direction I went, they went to stand in front of me. Finally, another employee who was more knowledgeable than me happened to pass by, and the woman's attention turned to grab that other employee who could possibly do better than me, an incompetent employee. I was trembling due to an anxiety attack coming up, and the lady and her friend continued to make fun of me trembling and additional insults as my fellow coworker was problem shooting the issue. Apparently, it was a situation that needs to be overridden by a full-time employee or a manager. I found an opportunity to leave and politely excused myself before going to the staff break room to break down. Aww. For an experience that lasted about 10 minutes, it left a deep impression on me, and I still get worked up from it. How can someone who says they worked in retail go back as a customer and treat a retail worker like that? I am still wanting to be as helpful as I can be in retail and take this experience as a harsh learning experience. Atta girl, boy, other. It's not made clear. Unimportant though. Good job. That sounds like absolute hell. That was just bullying, man. That was straight up bullying. That makes me feel really bad. I don't know. What are you supposed to do in a situation like that? If you're just getting hounded on by these stupid ass customers that don't know what they're talking about, and you're doing the best you can, like, what are you supposed to do? Just take their punishment? Fight them? Fight them, right? I'm actually asking because as far as I know, if someone starts talking smack to you like that as a customer, you're allowed to, like, legally, and I'm pretty sure this is in a lot of union contracts, you're allowed to just beat the crap out of them within an inch of their life. However, if you do kill them, that's against the rules. But you fight them, you knock them out, and you win. You win the argument and you feel better about yourself, and you have two less smack talkers because you know for a fact they're gonna be scared to do it again. But there's a small chance that I'm incorrect in that. So what are you supposed to do? What are you allowed to do? Tell a teacher? Man, if that's the case, then why don't they have more stores inside of schools so that you have teachers everywhere? And that way, you can be safe, you can be protected, and can also find a really hot and awesome wife. Alright, this story's called Grandma Goes Crazy Over a Shopping Bag. So one time, this older lady came to my register and everything was fine. I scanned everything for her order and gave her the total. One of her purchases was a dress of a famous Disney character, Moana. Make way, make way. Moana, it's time you... Sorry. Then at the moment I duck/bent down to grab a bag from the drawer, she blew up on me. Why? She screamed and thought that I'm going to grab her dress, throw it on the ground, and step on it to ruin it on purpose. I told her that no, I'm just grabbing a bag to put her purchase in. She didn't want that because the dress will get wrinkled. Suggestion 1. So I suggested a t-shirt box. We could fold it nicely and give it to her in the box. She said no because it wouldn't fit in her luggage. Suggestion 2. I asked if she wants it wrapped in plastic, nice and firm, and she can take it like that. She got mad at me because I thought that you guys are eco-friendly people/love animals, and refused this one as well. Suggestion 3. I suggested another thing that we usually use to protect fragile stuff. It has 2 portions. One, it's like white paper, and the other, it's like carton, but it's cut like a fishnet-like pattern. So I gave an idea to wrap this like a treasure/gift from the ocean, somewhat. She denied this one as well, since for her, it looked ugly. Suggestion 4. I asked when they needed the dress for. It was a week, more or less, before Halloween. She said she needed it by the day after tomorrow, so shipping it wasn't an option either. Suggestion 5. I suggested to let me check if we have one brand new from the box and its original packaging in the back, same size and all. But this triggered her. Why? She said that I somehow knew that her granddaughter had asthma, and by giving her an item that could have dust on it, it's because I wanted to maliciously hurt/kill her. She went on a full tirade on me. Luckily, my manager and supervisor were witness to the whole ordeal. My supervisor intervened first and tried to call the woman down. The woman went off on how disrespectful, insulative, what is that? I've never heard that word before. Rude, etc. I was, called me all kinds of names, and still, my supervisor was trying to help, but to no avail while the lady was getting more and more aggressive. Her husband, who was next to her the whole time, tried to calm her and said, "Let's go, please. He did nothing wrong." He had the look of, "Why? Please stop." Then my manager stepped in, and she is the boss. With no mercy, she just grabbed a bag from another register, took the dress, shoved it into the bag, folded the top of the bag, stapled it shut, along with the receipt, and with a smile that says, "I'll kill you. And also, have a nice day." The lady got mad and was about to blow up on my manager, but my manager shut her down by saying, "Leave now or security will be called." After that, the lady just grabbed her stuff and ran, followed by the tired/defeated husband. After she left, I was told to take a break to calm down/recover from the incident. But yeah, I survived this ordeal all over a shopping bag. That lady was obviously upset about something else. What? I don't know though. How do you rationalize behavior like that? Oh, I have an idea. You don't. I'm telling this to myself, I guess, because I try to just assume these people are normal, just have a bad day or something, but yikes, you can't bad day away that kind of freaking behavior. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.